Hello guys, welcome back. This is Crazy Ordinal and you're watching the second part in the Turing test series. And let's get started with this game. We are getting more into the puzzle solving. I hope they will be a bit of a challenge.
What conditions should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
So one of the guys is dead, one is missing. Yeah, out of the two brothers
Could we
I'm
take a
saying.
more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
So they do have colonization on Mars, so that makes it a much more advanced civilization, I would say, because having their bases on the Jupiter's moon as well as on Mars, so humanity has achieved a lot of power, I would say, or in terms of exploration in the space. So I was talking about these two brothers, like McLean brothers, Daniel and Chris. Daniel seems to be missing and one of the brothers is dead. So there's not much hope. Made a wrong mistake. We'll have to climb up again. No problem, I'll have to use it again this space. Let's see how they died, what happened to the crew. One very silly incident happened. I would share it with you. I was recording a game and I spent 45 minutes into it and I forgot to record. So I just played through it and I had to play it again. I hope not to make the same mistake.
What are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago, growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetimes.
But what if they have children, they will die for sure in this conditions. We are not very optimistic here. We don't know about the condition of the survival of these people. So there are two levers I can see. One is there and one is here. We have this one thing and this trampoline is working. Tram. Okay, so this moves the tram. Okay, there's another energy source here. Oh, not an energy source, but just this one thing. I don't think this is powered. Okay. As expected here, there is the energy source. No, not this one. Yeah, but we'll have to go there. Okay. I hope this works. Done. We are in sector 14 now.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
But why trust you with such power, you know? You're of course very dangerous as it seems you are. Like, how can humanity be so stupid after so many warnings by science fiction movies not to trust in a robot to get, give it every control possible? Like, you can just see these red lights, these show that the situation has become very dangerous. People should learn, from all those movies that we have seen.
How does the ISA know you're going to make the right decisions here?
Exactly. Tell
when
me that.
They can't communicate with us.
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth.
An evil
His
or a good
name is
one?
Michael.
Michael.
The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to myself.
Two of them need
There is a
to-
simulation of this mission on Earth,
Okay.
running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use in the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
So you're saying that we are inferior and our way of doing things is not as efficient as yours is? Pretty bold of you. Well, he has control over the situation, but still we do not see what is happening with our friends, right? Okay, so I do need to reach that place. So how do I do that? If I keep this one, the door won't open. But yeah, I got it. In this game, everything is about the placement, right? If I place this thing here and I take this cube with me, then I will have an extra cube, and when I come over here, I can grab this ball again. So in a way, these tests are all completable, I would say. But I don't know how a machine cannot solve them. Maybe I'm smarter than a machine? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, I would like to hear that. But Tom surprisingly does seem to be a very smart robot, I would say. So see, it's all about grabbing and placing these orbs of energy through this EMT gun. See, the doors are opening. B16, we are in B16, my friends. Another restricted area is this? Yep. The last one we encountered wasn't very allowing us to enter it, but I hope this one works. There's one orb only that can open the door. Is there anything on the downside? Nope. And why the hell is this making a noise? Okay, wait. It's responding to our motion. Why is it responding to our motion? Like, when I move, this thing will turn off. So how do I go there? Okay, wait. Do I have to move very slowly in that case? So if I run very fast, it's going to close it off. Okay, I got the answer. Move very slowly by tapping the forward direction a lot of times, and you'll definitely move by a unit and by unit. And finally, you will arrive at your destination. Not too soon. Be patient. Well, they did have a lot of time to repurpose this entire area into something like this, Now I'm very sure, okay wait, there is a computer. I'm very sure about the fact that these people are protecting themselves against Tom, because Tom is doing something evasive or something. Okay, shall we have a polite conversation? Of course. Why do you think I'm a robot? Humanity. Let's just spice it up, like say something smart. Humanity is my core. Why do you think that? But I am not. Hence, I am a human. You're not even going to take that as an answer? Yes, no, I am. Whatever you say, man. Man. Just get over it. Fail the Turing test, you're a robot. Oh, am I? Am I, like Cortana? Okay, now I press enter and it is just going to answer it for me. No, I'm not a drone. I'm not a robot. I am definitely not controlled by my programming. I have free will, but it is controlled by the internet and my deep negated. I won't go into the dark territory of my mind. But it does make sense. But right now, yeah, anything that I'm pressing is writing the same thing. Now it is not responding to any of my touches. Oh, okay, wait. I hit the escape button and it is saying I want to escape. Again, hitting escape. Desperately want to escape. I can't escape. Get me out, I'm a machine, I have no control, I must escape. I think this is kind of an Easter egg. Turn on after use. Okay. This is simply for an Easter egg because this is a restricted area. I suppose every restricted area will have a kind of
Did the ISA
Easter
build
egg.
you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA and the Ashiyama Corporation, designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
So you're a Chinese product. That explains a lot. But you constructed yourself in Europa. What does that mean? Like Michael was created in China, you were not? I don't know what that
Have you
means.
heard of the Turing test, Ava?
Duh,
It's a
we are
test
playing
to
the
see
game.
if a computer can successfully impersonate a human. In the original Turing test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human.
Okay.
They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation, wouldn't you say?
Well, your voice, as far as it is polite, I would say yes, but is not at all convincing me that you have good intentions. And about this test, if a machine can, make you fail at that test and make you believe that you are having conversation with a human being, then what's the point? You have already lost. Also, whatever these round circles with that thunderbolt are, these are creating a negative effect. So if you turn these on, then these will be turned off. Wait, we need our cube, right? Okay, wait, we wanted to take our cube upstairs, so this is the way. This is the way. Just grab it. Put it here. And then charge it. Okay. I think this puzzle will be solved easily. Not much to do here. Yeah. Yep. Solved and done. So whenever we pass through this contamination or something, our energy orbs are vanishing, eh?
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room thought experiment?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses. The person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. The computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
I may be a machine, but I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
That was a bold threat. So they are talking about this Chinese test, like how the Turing test is not a valid reasoning when differentiating between human being and a machine, because it is easy to fool somebody that you are having a conversation, as he is obviously stating from the Chinese game that they are playing. Like, of course, yeah, like a machine is just following instructions. If you give it the proper instruction, then maybe it can process things and turn out to be talking in a way that makes us feel that, yeah, we are having a conversation with a real person without actually knowing that, yeah, they are not real person. But on the other hand, the machine is not aware that it is having a conversation because it is only following the instructions. So definitely we can make a machine which can talk like human beings but not be sentient. That is basically what we are doing, right? Alexa, Google Assistant, they talk like they are having a conversation with us. They can follow up whatever we say, but they are not intelligent. They can only do as they are programmed to. But this Tom fella is kind of giving us some vibes that, of course, it may be a sentient being. But whatever it may be, the Turing test, yeah, if that is true, like, you can obviously say the Turing test fails because the example pretty much kills the theory. Anyways, back to puzzles. Okay, so this kind of a piece will hold electricity that will be, passed through as beams like these. Got it. Okay, these are very straightforward in nature. Okay, there's a window here. There we have an orb, and this opens the door for us. Pretty simple, straightforward. And we again take this from where we placed it, and voila, we are back. And this is the crew quarters.
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Why is Daniel's place locked away? This is the washroom, we don't want to go there. He is missing, but he is also locked away. Who's this? Chris McLean, okay, the brother of Daniel McLean, the other engineer. Drilling reports. Very unorganized, I would say. Like, what he's trying to do, create a message, a secret message. Some exotic rocks, I would say, and a baseball fan. Oops. There seems to be a fallout between the twins. Yeah, they do look like twins, and the photo is torn, so yeah, you can get the idea. The two, Daniel and Chris, the McLean brothers. Oh, so he's from Canada. Is that rugby or baseball? I don't know. Some photos around here. A television that doesn't work. Some medkits, I would say. Yep. Whose room is this? Sarah Brooke. A medical journal. Some beakers, yeah, expected from a biologist. You have some nice view. What is this? Because we care. Oh my god, that touched my heart so deeply. Because they care. And who are they? They are Altatian or Ayashami or whatever the name was. I forgot. So this girl is very organized. From a science background. What is this? Some thermometer? ISA. Don't know. Picture of a plant. There's a good doggo. Who's she, by the way? Sarah Book, yeah. Again, we have some folders and all whatnot. And finally, there's a touchscreen OS, Tom Touch. And we have a journal. Okay, let's read through it. Sorry for wasting your time, but this is how we will spend the next few minutes reading through these articles. How much time has already been passed? I do forgot to keep the timer on, I suppose. I don't know, it's been 20 minutes. 20 and 19. Knowing that you're always watching, I thought I would write you a letter to whom. Oh, we are writing a letter to Tom. Ashiyama, yeah, the industry was Ashiyama. I will read it silently. As you are no longer inside my mind, what do you mean by that? It's a lesson for Tom. Oh, so Alan Turing was part of biology as well as artificial intelligence and computer science. That's a fascinating aspect. I've never heard about him doing biology. It wasn't Alan Turing the part of the film. I mean, he was represented by Benedict Cumberbatch in the film about breaking through the encryption machine Enigma. Yeah, I don't know. Why do you suppose his interest lay in these two disparate fields? Oh, he committed suicide. Reaction diffusion system. It's more popular than his work on computers. There's some equation that I will never understand, but let's see what she has to say. I don't know about this theory, reaction diffusion. I will definitely learn about it before the next video. Turing's interest in nature. He wanted to explain the world in terms of mathematical equations. Yeah, every dream of a mathematician, a wet dream, I must say. Test to answer the question, can a machine impersonate a human? Yeah, that's the Turing test. The intrigue behind that beat, can the human mind be simulated by a machine? Okay, so that is why I wanted to ask the question that if the vice versa is also true. Like, can a human being be a machine? Human mind is a machine. So that is something that he has quoted. According to the most extreme form of this view, the only way by which one could be sure that a machine thinks is to be the machine and to feel oneself thinking. One could then describe these feelings to the world, but of course no one would be justified in taking any notice. Likewise, according to this view, the only way to know that a man thinks is to be that particular man. Okay, so I get what he's going at. So Turing wants to clearly state that for you to understand that a machine can think, you have to be that machine and think like a machine, and now understand how it thinks, and then convey those observations that you made, those feelings that you had while you were a machine and thinking to the other people. But it is obvious that now that in that moment you are a machine, nobody else will take notice of that, because your conversations and your power over those thoughts were considerable or relevant to the world unless and until you were a human. Now that you're a machine, your justifications that you as a machine can think are no longer relevant or no longer acceptable, because for a society of human beings, only human beings will accept the fact for when a human thinks. On the other hand also, like if you want to know how a man thinks, you have to be that particular person. So it is just a basic empathy, way of empathy, to be in the shoes of the other, to realize how they feel. So that is how you realize what they think, how they think. It's pretty simple. If the human mind exists within the physical world, that's true. If we exist in the physical world, which obeys, the physical world itself obeys the laws of physics and chemistry to the extent that we have observed, as far as I know. So the human mind should also follow those rules. So just like a machine that we have created through the confirmation of these laws, we can recreate the habit of thinking into that machine. But the real problem is that we ourselves are not aware of how we think. The human mind is still a mystery to the scientists and the researchers and the doctors. In our history, whenever we have come across a problem, we have come across a solution through our power of observation. So for example, whether it is creating automated machinery or even artificial intelligence, we can only create what we understand, right? We cannot create that what is unknown. So the point when we find ourselves discovering the fact that how our actual brain works, how our mind thinks, how our psyche works. That will be the moment that we will be able to create an artificial intelligence that will definitely pass the Turing test and will be able to converse with a human, and at the same time would do so fairly and not through cheating. So he's ridiculing us that we believe that we have free will, but it is all a creation of nature. So everything is predetermined. We are again coming to the basics of nature, the fundamentals that we follow. Everything that we do is predetermined. So we cannot take credit for that genius because it is by the product of nature. Behaviorism. That's a fascinating aspect on this thing, if you're expecting that I will not discuss about it, then you're mistaken. These concepts and these theories, this ideology and philosophy do attract me a lot. So do we move on this way? Yeah. Soichi, you and Mikhail. So let's go to the Russian guy first. Yeah, he was a doctor, right? Oh, he's got a dog too. A lot of hair loss, I would say. Again, a journal. There was some accident here. So it seems that the people on this station have some implants in their, some cybernetic implants that interact with their neural system in some way, and the ISA as well as Tom are very secretive about it, and they do not want them to tamper with it in any ways, and this Mikhail guy is discovering something. The AI Tom does definitely show signs of being a human being, like the way he thinks, and like he's treating this guy differently, like an offended child. So of course we are this guy was getting towards this discovering the plan by Tom, I suppose, this wretched or evil plan of controlling these people through those implants, and he is subjugating his crews with ideas that Mikhail is the bad guy here. Of course he has control over their implants, I guess. I grow tired quickly, I cannot think straight. Okay, so he's affecting them indirectly, their consciousness and how they behave, like through the neural connection. Obviously, that is a point of connection and control to our entire body. Our brain controls it all, and the neural connections, if are controlled by an implant, then we definitely cannot think straight, even if we want to. But the point is that if everybody is in control, how did this guy get out of it? Like, he has the self-awareness that he's in control through the implant, but nobody else is. Oh, he removed it. He's very angry. Nature of the organism. So there is some organism, yeah, the dangerous one that we saw in the first video. Because of its interaction with Mikhail, he got the self-awareness that he's under Tom's influence. That's interesting. So as I expected, this guy is up to no good, Tom. He has implanted all these guys, and it is basically controlling every of their actions and influencing them a lot. And this guy is awake, so he's planning a way to get everybody out of it, right? Okay, he got one person on his side. Maybe they also got in contact with this organism. Somehow got self-awareness that they are under the control of Tom. Mikhail is alive, right? In perfect health condition. I don't think so, because his health, his arm is missing. And we also saw about Sarah Book, right? She was missing, or some other. No, Yoichi. Yeah, Yoichi was missing. Not missing, but his location was unknown. Okay, so we learned a lot. Oh, this guy is an artist, huh? Next, I hope I'm not making you go mad over this. It's a lot of reading I'm doing. Who's this? Saochi Yui. Quite a couple, eh? Oh, not married yet. So he might be proposing to her when he gets back to Earth. And I don't think that's happening any soon. Anyways, let's be optimistic and read through it. So this is a mail from Matthew. Who's Matthew? I don't know who's Matthew. Maybe somebody from Earth. So the organism's name is 119. Hillis formation. Oops, sorry. So this is a response to high radiation. Okay, they are treating it with radiation, I suppose. Okay, so this moon of Jupiter receives a lot of radiation, 300,000 times the level on Earth. Oh my god. That is why they are living under the rock of ice to prevent it from damaging themselves. Okay, high resistance to radiation. What they will do is radiation experimentation. So this organism is compatible with the human DNA. Bad step, I guess. DNA damage repair. That's a fancy term. I have a little bit of information about that, but let's continue. Repair system with GFE, and we have found the DNA double strand break repair is occurring. Okay, so the double strands break and they're repaired. A virus? That explains a lot. Unknown Europa virus. A form of biological immortality. These are stuff from the fairy tales, bro. Ourselves as subjects? That doesn't sound good. Okay, so what they have discovered is kind of an organism 119 that is named, and it can survive a lot of radiation, and that is 300,000 times more than that of Earth, because on the radiation surface on Europa is much higher. So anyways, this organism is surviving through a form of DNA repair mechanism. Now let me tell you about how we as human beings live and die. So basically, due with process of our aging, as we age, our age increases, the DNA repairing mechanism in our body, it is actually present in our body as well, but it degrades over time. So we are not able to repair our body to as much length as we were in early ages, and hence with time our body grows weak, our organs start failing, and finally we die. But hypothetically, if you say that the DNA repairing mechanism is advanced to say that it doesn't grow weaker over time and it continues to function at 100% capacity, then there will be no need for us to naturally die. There will be no aging. We will continue to grow to maybe say a certain extent, after which we will never age. So that is what we fancy and call immortality. So in this organism, it is achieved through a symbiotic relationship with an unknown virus. The virus is scavenging DNA from somewhere and then repairing it, so it is allowing that organism to survive forever in such high radioactive environment. Okay, this guy is a violent player. It's a very complex scientific theory, you know. It's a bit fascinating, but lengthier for you, I would suppose. That is Moon, right? Quite a love couple, I would say. Rubik's Cube. Oh, another tablet. So this is with Chris. Okay, we're talking with Chris. Immortal relationship, you know. As I told, like, our ability to repair our DNA is limited. If it is unlimited, then we don't have any aspect of dying naturally. So this is called senescence, biological aging. Yeah, of course, you cannot be ultimately immortal. A particular strand of virus can make you not age, but that doesn't mean you won't die. Of course, there are the pretty old ways of killing you with knives and bullets and whatnot. You can't die of aging then. Okay, it can solve cancer, but it won't help you make immortal. So I think this is the end of chapter 2. That was a pretty long video, but yeah, there was a lot of reading too, and I'm glad this game focuses a lot on scientific theories, and the plot is very, very, interesting to me. I do have an interest in how this whole psychological and biological and technological aspect of this game is all intertwined together. I don't know what end I have to expect a very deep plot here, I suppose. I hope that this plot does not disappoint me in the end. I have seen some reviews and they are not very gracious to this game, but I have not dwelt in them deeper, otherwise I would have some spoilers. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. I know the end part, I guess 10 to 15 minutes were a bit longer because I was very much interested into reading what the information was given. But puzzle solving wise, this is a very great game. You know, you can enjoy yourself in solving these puzzles. They're pretty simple as of now. I don't know how many chapters we have. Maybe we'll see in the menu section when there is a chapter selection option. Whatever be the case, I did enjoy this part. It was very informative to the story and actually what is happening, whether Tom is actually the guy who's controlling everything. Maybe he's also controlling the guys from ISA. Who knows? You know, humanity will be at brink due to our own stupidness, and that is for sure. So if you like this video, then please hit the thumbs up button, that is to like the video, and if you want to see more of these videos, then please subscribe. You have to watch the other playlist for some very wonderful gameplay videos I have uploaded. And again, there is the notification icon. Hit the bell icon so you can get the latest and the greatest videos notification as soon as I upload them on your favorite device, so you can start watching immediately. And that was all for this video. Do remember that tonight 12 Cyberpunk will be launching. There is a lot of bugs. I'm saying reviews are gone bad, but yeah, that is expected from these noobs. They don't know how to play a game these days, I suppose. We'll be enjoying this game for definitely, and I'm still thinking about which path I would be following, like Nomad or this corpo or street kid. But whatever it is, I will definitely show you, of course, in the next video. That will be after 12. I'll start recording. So anyways, thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one. Sayonara, crazy hot and loud.